My name is Paige Gorsak.
I'm Miraj Youssef.
My name is Anthony Gertz.
My name is Brenda Meadclift, and I majored in Women's Studies for my undergraduate degree.
I was a Women's Studies minor, and now I'm at the U of A again doing my Master's in Gender and Social Justice.
I graduated from this university with my BA. I did a double major in English and Women's and Gender Studies. And now I'm back as a Master's student.
Taking any sort of critical discipline, if it speaks to your identity, is very cathartic. I found that the most valuable thing about those classes was that it provided context to some life experiences that I had. It's therapeutic. I think a lot of people had that experience as well. Often in classes, people would relate the theory to their personal life experience, and it's such a different environment than any other class. They're smaller classes, you often have more in common with the people you're in class with.
The first class I took was an entry-level class, and I was taking it because I knew people who were in Women's and Gender Studies, and I really respected them and had great conversations with them. What kept me in Women's Studies was the fact that those classes blew my mind more consistently than any of my other classes.
Oh, I would just tell them to go for it.
I would say do it, 100%. Not because I'm in it, but simply because I think this department genuinely, unlike other universities that I've even heard of, want you to succeed.
I would say take it. I really would encourage anyone who's even remotely interested in women's studies, in feminism, in intersectionality, in understanding class and race, and thinking about the world critically, thinking about the media that we consume, thinking about all these very fascinating subjects that women's studies covers. They often survey so many of them in the entry-level courses, and there's so many different things to be interested in.
It's not that you're gonna get one thing out of the classes per se, but I think it really does just broaden a perspective of injustice and oppression.
And it teaches you critical thinking. And for sure that is the most valuable thing that I learned from Women's Studies that I have applied going forward, is that ability to sort of challenge everything around you and look at things with a critical lens and to see oppression, which is a blessing and a curse, I think.
Women's Studies is so aimed at understanding the truth about the social world. Why do power inequalities exist? What brought them into existence? How legitimate are they? How can we dismantle them? How can we rethink them? Because it really has implications on people's well-being.
When I look back at maybe who I was when I first started my degree and who I am now, everything that I learned just really, solidified the kind of person that I want to be in the world, the sort of community member I want to be, and totally inspired the types of work that I would even want to do.
As this program, I guess, just was created for me because it totally reflects my research interests.
My undergrad and then my grad school classes and stuff just really opened up a critical perspective, and not necessarily critical and everything is bad and nothing has positive value, but just ways of looking at things and trying to look at them from all angles.
You will find a cohort of people in women's studies that are interested in these things and that are just interested, because you don't go into women's studies because you want a professional degree and you get a job at the end like you would if you're entering something like pharmacy or law. But you go into it because you're really interested in this field, in thinking about the world critically. And so it's nice to be among those other brains, these other brilliant people who think differently from you.
If you are a researcher, or if you are related with academical institution, even in particular way, if you're related with art, it's kind of, you always can make your own investment and your own input in making our world better.
There's so many ways to be a feminist. There's so many ways to be a humanist. There's so many ways to be a better person. And women's studies is really good at helping you hone what your gift is.
Why wouldn't we want what we're doing in university to connect to our real lives. Why wouldn't we want it to reflect our politics? Like, I don't know, for me that was pretty important for it to matter and be like pushing me to think differently.
You know, you go into a class, you do the readings, the prof gives a lecture, it's all expanding your mind. But you're also with these other people, you can bounce ideas off freely that will contribute to the conversation in ways you never thought of. There's so much growth in women's studies, and I'm so grateful to have found it.